It's funny because I've kind of given up on like trying to control when I need something, you know? So now it's like just preparation, right? You just kind of never stop. You've always kind of pursued, and you just kind of go with the flow and just stay in the flow state. So I stop give, and I just trust the universe gives me everything that I need right in the right at the time that I need it, right? And lately I've been participating because I love being creative. So as I go to the place in my mind where I go and ask questions, and then I come back and I'm able to listen to the languages of the universe to receive the gifts in which the place I go to my mind to ask my future self, higher self, God, spirit, source, divine feminine, divine masculine, however I choose to identify, literally all those things all the time, because they're everything, and we are the manifestation of one. And it's just like, so that's where my mind goes to, and I can ask questions, right? I can connect to that intuition that I've come to identify as my higher self, my future self. And depending on what it is that I'm seeking, I can take myself there in my mind, and then when I come back I listen, and then so I do that, and while at the same time I found this new creative outlet that I really enjoy. It's really cool, and I'm still at the beginning, so I'm just trying to sort it out for myself, and that's what's fun about it. Definitely something I'm going to incorporate into the things that I do, because I think it's necessary, it's creative, and so as I open myself up to this new way of creativity, it actually opens up other parts of my orange sacral chakra. The self-intimacy of falling in love with like new things, and seeing it more for what it could be beyond to where I'm at. But I'm just at the beginning. But I know the more that I play with it, the more I engage with it, the more I'm going to develop how to become better at it. And there's no beginning or end. It's just like, really, you see the different potentials, so you want to like push it and get there, and sort of go through those trials and tribulations for yourself, right? Like it's always for yourself, and nothing else matters. So eventually you want to share that with people, and allow them to feel the same excitement that you're feeling as you're going through. But as I'm going through this particular one, it's opening up other areas, and it's really fascinating if you just allow it to be. So as I go to that place in my mind for what I'm seeking, I'm like, and then tonight I go back on to this creative outlet, and I like, boom, like there's your answer. Like somebody gave me the answer to what I was been trying to go to in my head the last couple of days, and the answer was in front of me the whole time because I was actually creating it. But I only realized this today, and it was 6 or 7 creations of a storyboard that I created, which I called Frequency, ironically enough. And then it was all about creating, harnessing, controlling, releasing, and becoming. And and of course the answer, and of course, the answer that I'm seeking lies within all that, because I just didn't come up with that. It was like downloaded to me in some way, shape, or form, and I created it through art, and it's interesting if we can just get past our own mind and focus on the inside that matters, right? Because it's all about what's in the inside that matters. So if we can focus on the inside that matters, and not focus on where we commonly go to receive what it is that we're seeking, that space. And if we can take ourselves out and bringing ourselves down into the physical will always offer the answers emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. In the physical, it's all of them, right? So it's funny because I'm really excited to because I've already felt the emotional, but now it's going to be the mental one that I'm excited for, and then the spiritual one, because that's what I'm bringing and tying this all in, which I don't see a much of, but that's just kind of how I'm bringing everything together into my life with all my other passions, and just bringing it back to basics, to what I feel the what I'm totally passionate about on the inside. And so which is interesting, because one of my old-fashioned slogans was Duchamp's. It's what's on the outside that counts, right? Because in fashion, it's what's on the outside that counts. But in spirituality, it's what's on the inside that counts. But we're still dressing people, right? You're dressing, one of them's dressing their ego, or just their higher selves, and the other one's dressing their soul. They're both the same, but you see what I'm going. Like, one can be interpreted as the ego because it's fashion, it's on the outside, which it's a vanity thing, but on the inside, which is soul. So it's kind of not, we live in a duality reality. So it makes so much sense that I was a fashion designer for 22 years, and doing really, and I loved it. I still have a big passion for it, and it's just it's changed, and now it's tuned inwards and dressing people's emotions and their souls and their dreams and their aspirations, and moving out all the junk and getting into the mindset of what truly drives their soul to experience themselves at the highest level possible. Like, allow them the method to forge the keys to their soul's desires. That's what I love to do. I think the sessions are powerful. I think they're amazing. But eventually you want to gear off and acquire these modalities and tools yourself. You know what I mean? So if you find someone that you resonate with, and they're willing to share these gifts with you, I believe these gifts will just be a starting point for you. Because remember, when you're learning from somebody, you're learning from their highest level possible within that category in which you are going to them for guidance, for tools, for lessons, for teachings. But we're all a student of life. So it would be ignorant for me to think that at some point you're not going to outgrow me. Of course you would. That's my point of what I'm doing here. That's my purpose, right? That's kind of like my uniqueness at the same time too, is like, yo, here's everything that I know. If it resonates with you, you need to take it, man, and create and adapt it into your own thing, because I know it can be so much more, but that's why I'm sharing. That's why I'm here doing what I'm doing. So everything is adaptable. Everything needs to be turned into whatever it is that you are already doing. Use what I have as what I call a key code, a droplet of information that you can elongate and turn what you already know into something that you can share with me to elevate me even more. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I know that the more we get out there, the more people are going to take the whatever it is that I know, all of it, and gonna give it back to me with like some nuance on it, with some added extra thing that I didn't even see, and it's going to be amazing. That's what it's all about: sharing, bouncing, throwing ideas, and just wait for it to come back. And if you can stay in tune with the way the universe speaks to you through nature, through people, social media, through your thoughts, numbers, songs, food cravings that you want to eat. Maybe that food is served at a certain restaurant, or maybe the ingredients are served at a different grocery store, and the people there you know, maybe those people, everything's connected, so you can't discredit anything. Whatever's coming through your mind, if it makes sense, follow through. Because people on the other end of where you're following through may be the ones that have the message and the question which you are seeking. Because we all want some guidance, and what better guidance to get from the divine guidance from yourself, from your future self, that's telling you, hey man, this is a way for you to go so that you can be at the highest timeline possible within your personal circumstances. Wouldn't that be worth seeking, that's the method in which I seek every single day. And the caveat is that I get just enough. But one day I'm going to turn it on. I'm just going to click it, and and you're going to see it. But I feel like I'm still a student of life. I'll never stop being a student for life. A student of life. I want to share. I want to give. There's still so much more to learn. And the more that we can share and people can adapt to what it is that I'm sharing, because I've adapted from many different teachers and counselors and advice and readings and books and songs and passages and meanings and affirmations and like everything, man, just all into one, and this is what it is. And it's gonna get back to me at some point, and it's going to be even a greater lesson than it has been. So that's why I love sharing. That's the student of life that I want to exude out to the world. So if this resonates, don't hesitate. Protect your energy, set your boundaries, and love yourself. Namaste, beautiful people.